your last meeting, I mean, you expressed it in there. Any thoughts you wanted to say on?
No, hopefully I conveyed it in my message. Each of the last more than 5 years, I've had an opportunity to talk with the commission and by extension with our officers as well as the public. And today was another effort to try to relay to the rank and file of this organization, the men and women, how proud I am of their work, honor that I've had to lead as a chief, the privilege, reflect upon the challenges, the opportunities, and at the same time to express to the public again, the efforts of this department continues, and I think the future is bright with the appointment of interim chief Dominic Choi, a great leader, good communicator, solid team builder. They can know that this organization is on the move as the commission now works to determine the qualities and attributes of the chief that will take us into the 2028 Olympics and Paralympics, in concert with the mayor, of course, in that critical function. So today was an opportunity to just put those words together and express that. Also today we just finished, and we're still in open session. We're taking a break. The presentation of our response to the controller's audit relative to an inspection or audit of our air support operations. I stand by the operations of what I think is the finest municipal police aviation operation in the world. We are a destination for aviation operations from police agencies, not just across the United States, but across the world. That is a product of decades of investment, of a commitment to safety, first and foremost, followed by remaining a true extension of the work that we do on the streets of Los Angeles every day with not just our black and white patrol vehicles, but with our investigators, with our fugitive teams. It is an operation that has grown and broadened in its sophistication to include responses to critical instances such as catastrophic earthquakes, fires, floods, other type of catastrophes. And it has provisions that will afford this department critical resources to get people here and get people at work when we face an anomaly or circumstance that keeps the roadways from being open. So on every level of their operation, from supervision of critical infrastructure, such as our transportation systems, such as our ports and harbors, our power systems, on every level of their work, they remain a trusted and a critical component to the safety of the city. It's unfortunate that the controller's approach on this apparently lacked some awareness and investment in the time by sitting in the seats and talking more operationally with our people. There is a value to data, but there's a limit to that data if you don't get into the pragmatic aspect of how an air support unit is deployed, the manner in which we go about policing this. Now, having said that, I respect the controller's role and responsibilities in the city to ensure that the resources that we are provided, that those are public resources, that we act with economy, that we act with an eye towards to fiscal constraints. And I believe we've done that, and we look forward to, with this report, going to the controller, of them broadening their awareness and understanding of this operation and working continually with them to see what added insight they can offer us.
I wanted to ask you about something completely unrelated, which was the allegations involving the football team, the Centurions.
Mm-hmm.
I understand it seems like the significance or your level of concern has increased. We heard like 11 or 12 officers have been relieved of duty. There's over 100 others have been directed to interviews. It sounds like there's a there, and I'm just curious how you would characterize where things stand.
I don't have any information about anyone being relieved of duty, assigned a home.
Administratively, I'm sorry.
No, administratively regarding the Centurion investigation? No, somehow your wires have gotten crossed. There has been a number of officers that have been relieved of duty, directed to a Board of Rights, and some that have been assigned to administrative posts or assigned home relative to the mission gang enforcement detail and that investigation. But the Centurion investigation, which stems from an individual who alleged that they had suffered, I believe, a sexual assault more than a decade ago, our robbery homicide division was tasked with a criminal investigation based on those allegations, and it's my understanding that they're nearing the completion of interviewing a broad range of people who've worked that or who've been a part of that Centurion team for more than a decade. and now we're moving into the administrative side of it, but I'm aware of no one that's been assigned home or otherwise restricted as a result of that. My concern, obviously, is that any such allegation we take seriously, and it came to me as a surprise. That is an organization that's a nonprofit organization that plays football games, tackle football games with other police and fire and first responder teams across the country. They raise monies for the Children's Hospital. That philanthropic effort is the attribute of also a team building and good camaraderie that builds from sports. And allegations of misconduct that was alleged in there are completely out of bounds and not something I'd ever heard about, rumored or otherwise. And I believe the same goes with Chief Beck and his predecessor, Chief Bratton, where these allegations stem from is some reported date back in 2007 or 2008. So striking allegations certainly to have been dormant or unapproached or unaddressed for such a long period of time raises additional concerns that I'll not go into. At this point, we're going to conduct a full investigation. I have every confidence that investigation will turn over every rock or every bit of information possible to determine the validity or the truth of what's been alleged.
And another unpleasant topic, your disciplinary disclosure that was made public in January listed 2 officers who had been assigned to specialized enforcement, which includes Metropolitan Division. One was terminated, another was given a 3-day suspension, both having to do with falsified information. Can we connect the dots back to your long-running inquiry into Metropolitan Division officers who were accused of filing field identification reports that labeled people as gang members who weren't in fact gang members?
So the confidentiality of these personnel investigations are just state law. It's not a matter of a department practice or preference. This is something that we're obligated to follow. At this moment, I'm aware that in the investigation involving Metropolitan Division's crime suppression activities that at times involved individuals that falsified FIs, I'm aware that actions that I've taken have been to sustain counts of misconduct of such falsifications, including presenting that information before the District Attorney's Office for criminal filings. And I believe that there are, at a minimum, at least 2 or 4 officers that are facing criminal prosecution for such misconduct. What I'm unprepared to do is to say that what you saw in that January disciplinary report is directly tied back to a particular identity, for 2 reasons. One is, as I stand here, I don't actually know that information for certain. Secondly, state law prohibits me from discussing those type of details generally unless it's been previously reported in the paper and it's a matter of common knowledge, which I don't believe it is at this point. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you all. Appreciate you guys.